Boring.
Heyo, heyo. It's a little late. We were under the impression we had switched to Central Time. I think that's one that's 2 hours behind. No, listen, in all honesty, I'm just teasing right now because we had to wait for Eli. Eli finally got here. He wants me to, kind of give him a nice little drum roll before he gets on. And before he gets on, I just want to thank you for hanging out and tuning in with us. YouTube.com/stuck in the middle. Well, you already know that because you're here. But if you didn't know, hit that notification bell and you still won't get notified that we're live. That's apparently what I get told. So, this is why I tell some people, hey, coming on at a consistent time might help with that because they don't need the notifications. They just understand, they're going to be on this time, but life gets in the way. What's that? No, I'm going to introduce. Don't worry, I'm going to introduce. Okay, yeah, Eli's getting antsy. So, regardless of that, thank you so much. Those of you who are hanging out live right now, and I understand those of you who watch maybe, in fact, later today, because it is later today. So what's up, Ducks? What's up, Bert Gummer? All you lovely, lovely people. Appreciate you. And yeah, you're probably asking, you're wondering to yourself, where is Stuck at Night? They were supposed to be on by now. I have news. The only reason is because we have, our own work lives going on. And of course, Eli got caught up in his, which is completely understandable. We all do. It happens to me. It happens to the best of us. It'll happen to the rest of us. It's my slogan. That's what I always say. But yeah, Eli is here. So, dude, why don't I just, I don't know why you're being so weird about this. Let's just go ahead and introduce you and get you on camera. What's this? What's going on? Oh, no, you didn't. No, you didn't. Eli has joined the NWO. God damn it. He's part of the New World Order. Dude, I didn't know this was your reveal. Eli, my friend. Guys, I don't know. This is just happening on the spot. I can't believe this. Eli's part of the New World Order. If I continue this bit for much longer, you'll consider me a crazy person. I'm not going to lie to you. Fans, friends, fellow countrymen, lend me your ears. Eli stood me up. Yes, this is true. This is true. We were talking the whole day. The whole day we were discussing things, and towards the end it was looking a little hairy. But right now, as we stand, not even a response to how we looking. Not even hey, it ain't happening. And I understand. When we're planning a show and you're like, Josh, at the last minute, I mean, hell, anything at the last minute you say I can't do it, you'd be bummed. So I get why Eli couldn't make it today. Although he did join the New World Order, hence Hollywood Eli. I like doing the show the second person. I like the back and forth. I like the camaraderie, if you will. And, doing the show as a one, like a one, like even you have some shows that just have one person on camera, but even that show has like 2-3 people behind the scenes. There's a feeling like this is just me. I'm switching camera angles. I'm watching the chat over here, and that's where I pull up all the goods. So, it's almost like a sneaky thing when we have like 2 people. You don't see all like the where it just kind of hangs for a second because I got to pull up an article or I'm trying to pull up a video. So I'm just saying, shout out to Eli. Dude, it's okay. It's okay if you can't make it sometimes. Just let me know. Don't leave me hanging. That part is not cool. Okay. That part is not cool, but I understand. We all got something to do. Karscar snuck this one in. Why I oughta. Good evening, y'all. What's up, Karscar? How are you doing? I hate to disappoint you. I don't know if you're aware, but Eli has joined the NWO. He's part of the New World Order. So just, be careful what information you divulge to him because he might, go run and tell, the World Economic Forum or something of that nature. But at the very least, Eli regains a little bit of cool because nothing is as less cool than what we just, I don't know if you guys watched the State of the Union address tonight, but hot damn, I was inspired. I've never been more rejuvenated, with life reinvigorated. The words that came out of nothing. Nothing. It was a nothing burger. I don't expect State of the Union addresses to be all, oh, hey, this is like, some go long. But dude, this guy did over an hour, which what felt like simply campaigning. I'm going to say, hey, man, what do you want? Like I was, Bubba was watching. I was watching Bubba's show, and he was likening Joe Biden's call and responses to that of a rock concert, sitting there and being like, yo, what's up? I'm in the great state of Ohio. And the crowd goes, ah. So Joe Biden is just saying, hey, I'm going to give you what you want. Ah. And the crowd goes wild. And it just, as a lot of people pointed out, it felt like the same old. A lot of this stuff isn't gonna happen, which, yeah, like, especially as Biden. But there are some interesting things, some juicy things that came out of the State of the Union. One of my favorites, and I've posted it on the YouTube, I've posted it on our Twitter, and I've posted it on our Facebook, but Joe Biden said the quiet part out loud. And you might be saying, Josh, what might that quiet part be? I'll tell you, friends. I got it for you. Let's go ahead and pull that up. Now, see, this is where I gotta, hey, as I'm pulling the yada 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 yada. No, but I got it. We're gonna do this. So to me, this is towards the end too. I was watching Bubba, and he perfectly called it. As soon as Biden started saying a few phrases, you could totally tell the speech was wrapping up. During this wrap up is when you get to hear this gem. To me, this is a gem. This is him saying the quiet part out loud. And I don't know why I'm spacing everything out like that. I will stop it now.
Well, I know this nation. We'll meet the test, protect freedom and liberty, expand fairness and opportunity, and we will save democracy. As hard as those times have been, I'm more optimistic about America today than I've been my whole life, because I see the future that's within our grasp.
Here it comes.
Because I know there's simply nothing beyond our capacity. We're the only nation on earth that has always turned every crisis we've faced into an opportunity. The only nation that can be defined by a single word, possibilities.
We're the only nation that turns every crisis into a opportunity. I was about to say possibility, but I didn't Biden out. I mean, what more do you need to know about how we handle things than, okay, how can the U.S., how can the government, how can maybe a certain side spin this to and make it an opportunity? And all I can think of is the past 2 years. All I can think of is a moment in time when there was a possibility it could be a lot less severe. And they saw an opportunity to, allow something to proceed and become what we know as the past 2 years, and use this opportunity to implement some things. And Karscar, yes, the second big takeaway is he said camacity. Camacity is not a word. He said, and we got we got camacity, man.
Our grasp, because I know there's simply nothing beyond our capacity.
Nah, he said camacity. He was trying to be all all epic and boom. He just messed it up. What do you guys think? Do you think is that an example of the quiet part out loud? Do you believe that even if let's say a crisis comes up that is kind of low on the it's going to affect us scale, do you believe that our government would then say, well, even if it's low, let's figure out how we can turn this low crisis into a high one, and we can then use this to our advantage? Like, I can't get over that, what he said. I am so honed in on that. Maybe that's wrong. And yeah, dude, Andy said, well, what's up, Ricardo? What's up, Rasputin? Andy said, at the end, he said, go get him. Who the fuck is him? I did my best to capture this thing. There are a few more things. I think they're already going on around on Twitter that you can see some of these video clips. But hey, SITM Show 1 on Twitter, share this video. No, Veritas. Eli didn't quit. Well, he didn't quit. He just went ghost. He today we agreed to do a show Monday and Tuesday, and I understand that we all have our schedules. And today we were talking, and it started off okay, but then some bullshit happened at his work where he had to deal with, and he was like, yo, I'm not sure. And, I'm sure he's not still at work right now. It's 12:13. I'm assuming he's home, but he just doesn't want to be like, yeah, man, he doesn't even got to apologize. It's not even his fault. It's just like, yeah, man, fucking work fucked it up. But yeah, I was holding off. To do a show just to make sure, like, maybe he'll come around. But we got NWO Eli. He's here. He's here to save the day, and we'll respect that. I digress. There's a few things. If you noticed how Biden started to talk about COVID, it was almost like this. To me, it was like a complete switch. And not long ago, is he on tape? This is just tape. What the fuck? What is this? The 80s? Not long ago, he was on tape, and he said these words on tape. Let me pull this up. See, this is one of those moments where it's like, I gotta find that little clip. Thank you all for hanging out. What's up, the Polar and Message? Upgrade, in my opinion. I don't know as far as what, but let me find this video. Let's see. Maybe it's under Biden. No, it's not under Biden. No. I'm sorry. Hang on one second. We got the video. It's a good video. I just, there's so much. I have like a whole Ukraine, Russia section. And there's just, there's a lot to it. It's pretty thick, if you ask me. Pretty thick. Let's see, I'm starting into war. Sorry, hang on one second. Awkward. Okay, here we go. Yeah, I know exactly where it is. I got you. Sorry. Thanks for hanging on. Here's what he recently said about the old COVID, and this hurt my head. Yeah, you be the judge, okay?
Is a phenomenal negative psychological impact that COVID has had on the public psyche. And so you have an awful lot of people who are, notwithstanding the fact that things have gotten so much better for them economically.
Excuse me? Things have gotten better for us economically?
That they are thinking, but how do you get up in the morning feeling happy? Right. Happy that everything's all right now.
He's literally blaming, I mean, in a way, he's not wrong, but it's how they reacted to COVID and how the world reacted to COVID and the steps they took. That's what made people unhappy. It wasn't the disease itself. Veritas says, who the hell is this guy? I don't fucking know, man. I don't even know, dude. Is this that Putin I'm hearing about? You know, I got a funny video on that. Bubba hosted the Stuck of the Union address earlier today, but last night he crashed a panel and he tried to throw in a Putin joke, and it just went. It went You know what? Let me pull that Putin joke up. You know, this is what we do. Sometimes we sidetrack. Look at this. Look how.
Sleepy is more.
Hang on.
Involved with
Nope. Don't spoil it. Okay. Sorry. See, this is why that second person helps. Or just a switcher to pull up some clips. But Bubba, I'm not sure if you guys are aware, hosted the Stuck of the Union address tonight. He's done a few other things on this channel, but he crashed a panel last night and he threw in a Putin pun. And this joke got the most nothing I've ever seen. Absolute silence. Like, it got more than silence. Like, it made the room quieter.
I agree with you. Sleepy is more involved with Putin than Putin.
Putin on the Ritz.
But we need to.
Dude, I heard pins drop, and Bubba almost cracked himself right there. He almost laughed. He did. He had to turn away. I mean, listen to the silence. Putin on the Ritz, and this guy laughs. He does that. That's the best part for me.
We need to ask Christina if this is okay to talk about. Right? It's her channel.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Totally derailed the conversation. As what just happened right here. Ducks, listen, can you stop being so over supportive? Okay, I appreciate it, but you've said Rockstar one too many times tonight. Just cool it down, you know? Pump the brakes. Back to the Putin thing. Back to what's going on. Wait, were we? Oh, no, I'm sorry. We were on COVID. I would like to point this out. So Biden says a quiet part out loud. He says a few other things regarding COVID that is a total switch. Not just a few days ago, a memo came out from Impact Research. And by God, after this memo came out, everybody on a certain side started just changing their tune. Okay. So check this out. Let me pull this sucker up. Oh boy. Hang on. Oh boy. 1 second. Wasn't prepared. Let me see if I can search for it, because it's definitely not in. Oh, wait a minute. Yes, it is. Let's see. Sorry. Here it is. Hear it, read 'em in, weep. Let me pull it up on actually, I'm just going to read it for you because I can't see it. I'm on the screen over there. So, check it out. This is an impact research. It says below, after 2 years that necessitated lockdowns, travel bans, school closures, mask mandates, and nearly 1 million deaths. Here, I'll pull it up for you guys, just so you got something to look at. Boom, boom, boom. Joy. Let's see. Boom and boom. There we go. Okay. Just so you got a little frame of reference, as they say. Nearly every American finally has the tools to protect themselves from the virus. Little do they know, we've had those tools the whole time. It's called our immune system. I don't know if you knew that. I guess it's new. It's time for the Democrats, keyword here, it's time for the Democrats to take credit for ending the COVID crisis phase of the COVID war, point to important victories like vaccine distribution and providing economic stability to Americans, and fully enter rebuilding phase that comes after any war. And below, they lay out some strategies for the Democrats to do. And number one, and we've seen this already, Biden did this to the T today. Declare the crisis phase of COVID over and push for feeling and acting more normal. Thanks to Democrats, we are nowhere near where we were 2 years or even 1 year ago. Democrats have a tremendous opportunity to claim an incredible, historic success. They vaccinated hundreds of millions of people. Shut the fuck up. Number two, recognize, and this is a big one. This is called, I think it's Stockholm Syndrome, maybe. But recognize that people are worn out. Recognize that people are worn out and feeling real harm from the years of long restrictions, and underlined, take their side. Most Americans have personally moved out of crisis mode. So they're literally telling you, Democrats, you're behind. People are over this, and you guys are still pushing this. So you need to use buzzwords that they use. Use words that are relatable. Yeah, I'm worn out too, and, all these things, like all the things that if you were to bring up before this memo came out, such as, it's lockdowns didn't work. They're leading to more suicides. Kids are learning, like anything you brought up about COVID, that's it. Take him. Gone. He's out of here. Boom. Out. It says the more we talk about the threat of COVID and onerously restrict people's lives because of it, the more we turn them against us and show them that we're out of touch. Bro, this is dated February 24th, 2022. That last line reads, the more we talk about the threat of COVID and restrict people's lives, you see I skipped that word, because of it, the more we turn them against us. They're just figuring this shit out now, or is it all part of the plan? You see, it's all going to plan. Now, finally, right now, you can start to be on their side. Before, no, baby. Bad baby. No. Don't touch that. No. I know what's best. Now you're playing good cop, bad cop. Oh, yeah, wow, that was real rough. I'm totally worn out about that. Whew. Let's see what else Impact says. Let me switch it for you guys, too. Acknowledge COVID still exists and likely will for a long time. Motherfucker. Are you kidding me? Since 2 weeks to slow the spread, people were saying in that 2 weeks, this is going to be here forever. It's going to turn into, the next type of flu. No, that's it. Banned. Kick him off. He's gone. We don't want him on here anymore. Misinformation, disinformation. Bye-bye. Now they're saying, acknowledge COVID still exists and likely will for a long time. Check this. Here's the verbiage. We are not advising that Democrats talk like the Republicans that have largely ignored the pandemic, even pre-vaccine. Shut the fuck up. Declaring a return to new normalcy does not mean ignoring that people will continue to get it. This is what's infuriating. This is what everybody's been advocating for. John Hopkins, maybe too little too late, came out with lockdowns didn't do jack diddly. They did nothing for us. They made things worse. And a lot of people said that before that study came out. And now they're acting. This is how they slowly change the narrative. They will reference back to February 25th when they started to figure it out. You're not going to ever hear about the people who were talking about this same exact shit 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, 6 months into it. You won't. All the doctors who do the lab leak theory, now they're like, well, it's kind of plausible. Before, gone, banned. It happens in such a slow rollout that the normal person just doesn't see what was rolled over during the rollout. They just see the information coming out like, oh yeah, I learned about this just recently. And in 10 years, in 20 years, when you're somebody who's like, hey, by the way, you know how it says February 25th, 2022, they started to realize, what COVID was going to be. I knew 2 years before. That person's going to look at you and say, so? What? What do you mean? I don't care. It's going to mean jack squat because we would have already settled on those truths. So keep an eye out for that. Don't set COVID 0 as the victory condition. Remember when we're going to totally eliminate COVID. Vaccines are going to remove everything. Now they're telling them not to say, don't say COVID 0. And the last one is stop talking about restrictions and the unknown future ahead. Stop fear-mongering. You're done fear-mongering for us now. Can you please stop fear-mongering? If we focus on how bad things still are and how much worse they could get, we set Democrats up as failures, unable to navigate us through this. Yeah, that's exactly what you are. And to be quite honest with you, a lot of Republicans are like that too, because there wasn't enough push from them either. There was just show. Show and tell is what I call it. There was just show and tell. I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell on them. I'm going to show you and I'm going to tell them. No action. No action. When 99% of Americans can get vaccinated, we cause more harm than we prevent with voters by going into our third year of talking about restrictions. And if Democrats continue to hold a posture that prioritizes COVID precautions over learning how to live in a world where COVID exists but does not dominate, they risk paying dearly for it in November. My friends, every crisis, they see an opportunity. And right now, the opportunity at this point is to switch the narrative and to use this to get on people's good side for November. For 2 years, they were on your bad side. Don't you forget that. They were doing things that you didn't want them to do. They were also doing things that you couldn't do. Like you couldn't really go out without a mask in public. They could. Remember that. And now they're pretending as if they're the ones figuring this out. We aren't. They just remember this, because you know what? I don't know why. It's not going to fucking matter. As I said, in 10 years, you're going to tell people, hey, I figured this out 2 years before. And they'll be like, yeah, cool. It's solved, but yeah, great. And the point is, there was some type of control going on that the everyday person fell victim to. And I forgot who said it, but a lot of bad people have now information about how far they can push the public. So, what's up, Independent? What's up, the Polar Message with Rasputin? All the good regulars. I hope everyone is having a good night tonight. What do you think about that impact research letter? Is that wild or what? Bert Gummer says, CNN reporting that Biden's State of the Union speech made the Russians turn around and rethink their choices. Listen, bro, I have gotten to now the state of Ukraine, and I am very, very sorry for me doing this. Bert, it's funny you bring that up because the Ukraine-Russia thing is it's not necessarily sensitive, but it's difficult, it's nuanced. But if there's one thing that I have been keeping an eye on and really noticing is, I hate to say it, like the propaganda. And if you put a gun to my head, I would rather, I don't know who I'd rather. The U.S. is a fucking bully, as well as what Russia's doing. The U.S. does something similar, but I guess Ukraine deserves themselves more than Russia deserves to be some bully. I get it. Russia bad, but all the propaganda has been going around hardcore. And I have a few videos here where it's just blatantly obvious. It's either scripted, it's forced, or it's scripted, or it's forced. See what I mean? So let me play. Let's see. What would be a good one to play first? Okay. So let me play the captured Russians. So here's, I got the link. Don't tell me it was deleted, you son of a bitch. Oh my God, it might have been deleted. You didn't do that, did you? Let's see. Essentially, it was a video that was entitled Captured Russians. And they were going around and they were saying, listen, please, do not come to Ukraine. I made big mistake. This was never supposed to happen. This is bad. This is bad thing. Okay. And like the look on their faces was that of pure, like, oh my God. If I don't say this, they're probably going to kill me. Let me see if I can download it. It's worth it. Yeah. Let me see if I can download it. Okay. Maybe I'll get a virus in real time. See if I get a virus. The file. Oh, man. It totally is a virus. What the fuck does that say? How the fuck? Okay, well, we can't play it. So we're going to go ahead and skip that one. But just believe you me when I say these Russians had like big welts on their eyes. And they were like, please, I mean every word. Do not come to Ukraine. I make big mistake. Okay, so just go home. There is no purpose for you here. And like, so essentially, I don't know if they believed it or not, but who knows? What's up, Just Scotty? Don't do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Let's go on to the next one. To me, that was blatantly propaganda. Look at this. This was a Russian lady during an interview where she tears up her passports because she's so disgusted with what Russia's doing. You tell me if this is scripted, coerced.
Senhora aqui russa que acabou de rasgar o passaporte dela, ela está aqui com a gente, é a Marina Lins. Eu queria só entrevistá-la, ela está aqui comigo com a Candice. Marina, how are you? Just want to ask you, like, why did you destroy your passport?
Because it's a shame to be Russian right now, because Russia is a state aggressor, which is bombing peaceful Ukrainian people and threatening the whole world with it.
I don't believe it. She's doing that, I'm going to me, it's like bad acting. Like I'm going to stare because I'm going to pretend like I'm really deep in thought. I'm very ashamed to be Russian right now. I don't think she's
how are you?
Coerced? I think she's just an actor.
Like, why did you destroy your passport?
Like, how does this guy know she destroyed her passport? You know? Or do they say, hey, you don't like Russia, right? No, yeah, you're done with that place. What if you ripped up your passport? You know? Maybe we could record it. You know? You want to be on TV? I can make you be on TV.
Because it's a shame to be Russian right now, because Russia is...
Or is she fucking reading something like right here? Like she's looking at the same spot. Yeah, the polar mess is definite crisis acting. She be fake. I couldn't agree with you more.
State aggressor, which is bombing peaceful Ukrainian people and threatening
And next cue card, please. Oh, yeah, and Russia bad.
the whole world with a nuclear weapon. It's a shame to be Russian now. I don't want to...
That part. It's a shame to be. Listen, Rasputin, I'm not, I'll tell you right now, I'm not sitting here necessarily bashing Russia. I'm more entertained is a word by the bigger picture here. Like there's more than meets the eye than just, hey, look, Russia bad. Like there's totally more than meets the eye. So, you know, I'd rather the U.S. not even be involved in this bullshit. So I don't think Russia's, if it's just Russia versus Ukraine, I don't think Ukraine's got a chance. Indy says, I still think they're all in it together, all the governments against the people. Yeah. You know, the stand-up comedian Zelensky. I mean, that's a fucking awesome story, but all those pictures that came out of him in like battle fatigues and with guns ended up being like a year old. They ended up being not from today or not from a few days ago. Let's finish this video real quick and we'll get to that.
To be Russian, I'm sorry, I am Russian. I'm asking forgiveness that I am Russian.
Thank you.
It just doesn't look real.
Thank you.
I'm asking forgiveness for being Russian. Why? You're not your country's leader. Don't, you know, like this is that.
Thank you. E Lins, tinha que mostrar agora que
He's like, yeah, definitely. Don't be Russian right now. You might want to slow down, stop rushing. But dude, a lot of propaganda going on. The Snake Island thing. A lot of the left is falling for this propaganda. I'm not sure if you saw the Cenk Uygur, I don't know if I said his name right, and Vaush mashup that was going around, but dude, they fell hook, line, and sinker for it. And it's pretty douche chilly. I'm not gonna lie. It gives you a little, you know what I mean? You sit there and you're like, there you go, check it out.
So their last words were, this is it, Russian warship, go F yourself. Put yourself in that position. You know you're going to die.
Go fuck yourself.
Go F yourself.
Those 13 men are dead. Those 13 men are dead. And they died heroes.
Psych! She's not a lesbian for peace.
Oh boy. That's not good. That's not good. Still alive, no casualties.
Men are dead.
You know you're going to die. So
oh man, huh? Don't you go? Yeah. I mean, Scotty, you got to believe something. You got to believe something, but don't just, I guess, don't just blindly believe things. Like, always have a little room for, if you don't ever go, well, to things, and you just go like, yep, that's legit. You wind up like these people right here. Bert Gummer says, imagine if she glitches out and Putin came out from inside her like Arnold from Total Recall. You got to vote for Biden now. He's trying to save you. Come on. Get to The vaccine now. He's trying to save you. Die. So when you have people like this, when you have people in the limelight falling for the propaganda, falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And didn't it all come out so fast? It's the same media that's been mediaing forever now. And all of a sudden, all these hero stories and Ukraine this and Ukraine. Listen, I'm not against Ukraine. That's the problem. Like, people freak out when you say shit like this. But it's just like, yeah, America's definitely, or at the very least, they're going for anything positive without looking into it, because that helps them fit their narrative. And now you're going to have these types of innocent casualties or ignorant casualties that didn't need to happen. And when I mean casualties, I mean people who are dumping out vodka. Yeah. So people are dumping out. They're like, hey, I'll try to do it in my normal voice. Hey, people there, they're dumping out vodka, and but they don't know that, most of this vodka, it's made here in America, so they're not really doing anything. That's my bad norm. But all these people, let me see if I can get the article up. Russian-made alcohol is the latest target in the growing backlash against the country's invasion of Ukraine. So far, officials in Pennsylvania, Ohio, Utah, and New Hampshire have called on liquor stores to remove Russian-made or Russian-branded products from shelves, a move largely that targets vodka, since it's most closely associated with the country. The Utah governor requested Saturday that all those state-run liquor outlets remove them. New Hampshire, Chris Sununu made a similar announcement, asking for the removal of Russian-made and Russian-branded spirits. The story goes on to say, these moves are largely symbolic and may even miss their intended target, as very few brands are imported to the United States, you dumb fucks. Still produce many of the top-selling vodka brands that trace their origins to Russia are now distilled in multiple countries, including the United States. For example, some bar owners are protesting the invasion by dumping out Stoli vodka. Problem is, it's only Russian by name, which is loosely translated to capital city due to its origins in Moscow. The vodka is actually made in Latvia, and the company's headquarters is in Luxembourg, a member of NATO. Smirnoff is another brand being confused as Russian. Although it has traces to 19th century Russia, the company has been long owned by British spirit giant Diageo. Come on. Go figure this. The only vodka that's actually made in Russia, what's it called? Ask me what's it called. It's called Russian Standard. It literally has Russian in the name. And all these fools are like, no, Stoli's got to go. No, Smirnoff's got to. Russian Standard, guys. If you're going to do it right. Don't be a jagoff. Russian Standard, along with lesser-known vodka, Green Mark, are one of the few alcohol brands imported from Russia and sold in the United States. It's a parent company. It's owned by some Russian oligarch who owns the Russian Standard Bank. So that's the one you want to protest. All these people who are slow, don't want to use the R word. What are you doing? You're not protesting the right thing, okay? You're being dumb. And what's even more embarrassing, I'll tell you, is some companies they're just ignoring moral. They're ignoring what's right and wrong, and they're just trying to shove their advertisements in anywhere they can, whether it's appropriate or not. And to be honest with you, this one is quite disgusting. I used to work for this company, just so you know. And I am very upset that this had happened. But this is another version of that type of propaganda. There's air raids. That's what you're listening to, air raids right now in Ukraine. So it's pretty serious, guys. This is air raids going off. But propaganda has no limits.
And a little bit of chicken fried. Cold beer on a Friday night. A pair of jeans that fit just right. And the radio.
Get 5 boneless wings for $1 with any handcrafted burger. Only at Applebee's.
I'll tell you what. I'm like, that just Pavloved me. Every time I hear air raids now, I'm going to be like, fucking Applebee's? Oh, shit. I need to go eat Applebee's. I'm so hungry. Indy says, Josh, proud of you for not using the R word. I'm not going to lie. My inner self wants to say it now just because you said you're proud of me for not using it. But I'm going to refrain. Polarin, yes, the R word is respect. I don't say the word respect because I don't have any respect for myself. That's what it is. Yeah, just Scotty. Then they play the Applebee's ad. For F's sake. The video got better, to be honest. I mean, yeah, it did kind of spice it up a little bit, Veritas. It's all sad and depressing. And then, a little Friday night, you want to see some chicken? You know what? Nothing's better than fried chicken with an air raid. I'll tell you what, you throw that little piece of raw chicken right where that bomb just went off, that bitch will fry right away. Be careful, though, because there's probably more coming. So maybe wait or throw it there and run away and then come back and maybe you can find your chicken buried amongst some rubble. I don't know. I don't know how y'all do it over there. I ain't no rocket scientist, okay? Don't hold me to it. I want to play one more propaganda thing that it's totally fake. It's totally fake. This was never a thing. And they're just like, hey, we found this guy's phone. And he was like, oh, I shouldn't have came here. I am very upset for coming here. So as the ambassador of Ukraine, I'm going to read this man's text because, you shouldn't have came here. Look at this text. Can you imagine Russian people like, but Mr. Putin, whatever the fuck his name is, he showed us a text, and it was a text of another Russian soldier who was like, I should not have come in. Just listen to this and tell me how BS it is. Just tell me.
I'd like to read from the screenshot of the smartphone of a killed Russian.
So he's reading from a screenshot from a smartphone from a Russian soldier that was killed. So we'll see.
Russian soldier.
Alyosha,
ты как? Почему
how are
так
you
долго
doing?
не отвечаешь?
Why has it been so long since you responded?
Вы точно на учениях?
Are you really?
By the way, the Russian, God damn it, I keep wanting to say Russian shoulder. The Russian soldier is speaking to his mom. I don't know if you caught that. His mama.
Ты как? Почему
How are
так
you
долго
doing?
не отвечаешь?
Why has it been so long since you responded?
Вы точно на учениях?
Are you really in training exercises?
Спрашивает мать убитого солдата.
Asks the mother of the killed soldier.
Моменты перед тем, как он был убит.
Before he was killed.
Мама, я уже не в Крыму.
Mama, I'm no longer in Crimea.
Не на учениях.
Crimea River. Wouldn't it be awesome if Crimea had a river? Crimea River. No, nothing. Okay.
Not in training sessions.
А где?
Where are you then?
Папа спрашивает, можно ли
Papa is
тебе
asking
послать
whether I can
посылку.
send you a parcel.
Да какую посылку,
What
мам?
kind of a parcel, Mama, can you send me?
What the fuck do you mean? I'm gonna send you a
Что
parcel.
ты говоришь такое?
What are you
Что
talking
случилось?
about? What happened?
Here comes the truth.
Мама, я на
Mama,
Украине.
I'm in Ukraine.
Тут настоящая
There
война.
is a real war raging
Мне
here.
страшно.
I'm afraid.
Мы бьем по всем городам.
We are bombing
Подряд.
all of the
Даже
cities
по мирным
together, even targeting
Нам
civilians.
сказали, что они
We
нас
were
будут
told
Isn't
приветствовать.
that
that they would
specific?
welcome us.
А они кидаются под нашу
And
технику.
they are falling under
И не
our
дают
armored
проехать.
vehicles, throwing themselves under the wheels and not allowing us to
Называют нас
pass.
фашистами.
They call us fascists.
Мама, мне очень тяжело.
Mama, this is so
In several
hard.
moments he was killed.
And this was several moments before he was killed.
Yep. Mama, this is so hard. Mama, I'm coming home. Bah. Sorry, you're not. You're not. But we found your phone in war. So we're just gonna look at that. You probably don't got a password on or anything like that. We could probably just crack it quite easily. I mean, do you think that was real, chat? My friends, my fellow Americans, my fellow countrymen. Do you think that was real? Again, I think that's one of those things where it's just like, see, look, it's bad. You don't want to come here. Look what he said, huh? He was like, hey, I made a wrong decision in coming to this place. I should slow down. The Scold War. Scolding hot? Is that what that means? The hot war? The scolding hot war? I see you, Karscar. Bert, what Scrabble is that like Wordle? Bert, V has no thumbs, Ducks. Be sensitive. Bert, Ducks has that problem. She's very unsensitive. She says what's on her mind, whether for good or for bad. And if you have no thumbs, she's coming after you. Be prepared. I don't know. So I don't know how you guys feel about Ukraine. The whole Russia thing, but I felt as if at the very least the propaganda thing was something we could wax on. I don't think I used that right. At the very least we could, kind of discuss that and see if what your guys' thoughts on that was. So with that said, let's get to something else that I thought was highly. Bert Gummer says, I was about to support Russia until I saw that. That, dude, totally true. I like that. I can't believe I didn't even think of that angle. That's a perfect angle. Mama always told me, son, you best go easy down that road. Just Scotty. Mama, I'm coming. Whoops. I'm not coming home. Sorry about that. On a lighter note, on something more funny, sometimes there are gifts that keep on giving, and I don't mean GIF, I mean GIFT, gifts. Gifts. It's a weird one. Gifts. It's almost like gifts. How do you know you're saying something different? I digress. This thing happened just a few days ago, February 26th. So we're looking at what, I'll stick with just a few days ago. This is a crash. This is a car accident that doesn't stop escalating, and all for the best reasons ever. And maybe I'm a little cynical and I like seeing negative things, but it's not, I promise you, it's not that bad. And there is some nudity, but the nudity is blurred, so you don't see that part. But this is 4 minutes of like pure escalation. I hope you enjoy. Let me see. These are those moments that I like to hide, that people can't tell that I'm looking to start it. But hey, it is what it is, right? Crazy accident just happens. Second view. shit, sorry. Look at that. Sorry about the loudness there. So I don't know. I mean, this is I don't know what could have been going on for two SUVs. I mean, this looked like a residential street. They were cruising for a bruising. That's what I always say. Look at this. I mean, that's some effing speed, y'all. But guess what? This video is nowhere near over. Nowhere near over. Keep watching. So keep an eye on the white car. Okay, I guess this man is naked. And he's just nonchalantly gonna walk away from the scene of the accident. I got my towel. I've took my bath. And I've crashed my car. I'm done here for the day. I'm going home. The ambulance pulls up. You know, they see an unoccupied vehicle to the right. And they see a befuddled man over to the left. Like, some naked dude just fucking hit me. Like, sir, how do you know he was naked? Like, because he got out and ran away. So check this out. Look up top. So for whatever reason, I don't know if you caught that, but this car, this other like Touareg, whatever, comes up to the right over here. It comes up and it has the naked man in the car. The naked man is in the car. Someone brought the naked man back to this, like he's naked and he still has his towel on. And he's just walking, and he's trying to get stopped. And guess what? He's living free, and he's going back to his car. That's it. I'm out of here. I'm getting in my car, and everybody's like, they're like, yo, bro, you can't do that. You're naked. He's like, no, it's cool. This is my car. I can be naked. So he's just driving away. I mean, I don't even understand how there's no cops here yet. But he got his naked ass self into that car, and he starts to pull away. Now the cops, I believe, are finally coming. These people are pointing to the car, like, "Yo, it's right here. This is the guy." Because I mean, that's a hit and run. You're already in some trouble. So the car, I mean, it's not going fast here. They're able to open up the car, okay. But naked man decides to say, you know what? Fuck this. I ain't having that. You're not getting me right now. Okay? You ain't taking me alive. And naked man, he does what's natural. And that's running nude. And he makes a break for it. Naked man is out. He's going. He's gone. He's at the 10. He's at the 20. He's at the 40. Oh, my God, a touchdown. He's out. Now it looks like he's angrily chasing after that guy. Did you see that? That guy looks like he went to cut him off at the pass, but then he realized he was right in front of the naked man, and he was like, now I'm being chased. It went from him chasing him to the naked man chasing him. And, dude, this guy's hauling ass, dude. This guy's got, like, no fucking aerodynamic resistance, bro, and he beelined right for the fucking amber lamps. Nope, not gonna happen. So he's out, dude. He's out. I'm out. I'm gonna keep running. But he's back. He's back. For whatever reason, someone's trying to give him a towel. Someone's trying to give him a towel. They give him the towel. Don't ask me why. Now he's trying to go into somebody else's house. This has to be Canada. Everyone is too nice and too like, well, no, he's fine. Hey, buddy, you're naked. You might want to put a towel on. Like, they don't see it as like something wrong. They just want to help. Like, oh, this man's naked. Let's give him a towel, eh? Don't go in that house. Don't go in there. As if the naked man who just wrecked his vehicle, chased after another man, tried to steal an ambulance, is now going to be like, oh, you know what? You're right. I'm not going to go in there. I'll stay away. Sorry, my bad. Of course he's going in your house, you dumb fool. Hey! And now I guess the firefighters are like, we got to help out. because now you see some firefighters just bum rush in there. I mean, this guy's got his mask on still. He thinks there's a fire. He's running towards a fire because it's getting hot in there. Independent Man says, I feel like he'd be a fun friend. Dude, this guy would be the type of friend who, if you're playing beer pong, in my rules, if you get shut out, meaning if I knock out all of your cups before you get any of my cups, you'd have to do a lap around the house naked. This guy would just spend the rest of the night naked. He'd do one lap, he'd come back and be like, you know what? This lifestyle's for me. And he'd just hang out on your couch completely naked. And, you know, it'd take a few minutes, but you just get used to it. Like, yeah, what's up, dude? You want to maybe hide your balls between your thighs for a second so I don't got to see that? And, you know, you'd find a way to make it work is what I'm saying, okay? And he's finally being taken out. Firefighters fighting this hot mess. I think the surprises are done. Yes. In fact, the surprises are over. But was or was that not 4 minutes of amazingness? Yeah, proctologist comes in. Scotty says the proctologist comes in. Hey, buddy. Little do we know the whole reason he's been running away is because he has to go get his physical the whole time. Veritas says he's not fun. He's scared like a small animal trying to escape. It's still hilarious and doesn't diminish his status to me. I'm all about the ends. Yeah, for sure. The ends definitely just. I mean, this guy's probably a little, you know, mentally unstable and or the coolest guy ever to do all that stuff. So I don't know. It could go either way. So, yeah. Because of the whole Ukraine-Russia thing, usually Public Freakout has like funny videos, and we like to end off with funny videos. Wasn't much. A lot of very graphic videos. There's a father and son and two dogs that just get completely torn apart by some Russian fire. And there's two separate videos, and that's going around on Reddit, and that is not cool. But what is cool... Shit, I don't know if I have it. What is cool, drum roll please, this video. This was a gem to me. So I want to share to you said gem. This is, even though it's a little violent, it's feel good. It's feel good because the right people come out on top, you know? So there you have it. Some man is coming in with a hammer, and the gentleman is trying to pepper spray him. Well, he's not trying to. He did. He pepper sprayed him quite well. So well, in fact, he is now completely disoriented. He's like, Jesus, I just wanted to steal your money, man. You don't gotta be so rude about this, man. I just wanted to steal your life savings, God. And not like, I think he's kind of drunk too. Let's be honest, right? But he's obviously completely out of it at this point because Buddy decides to come back out and continue the pepper spray, try to grab the hammer from him. We have a pedestrian, a good Samaritan, who comes along and does the Lord's work. Picks up a chair. Enjoy this. This is WWE. This is fucking Jim Ross here. Oh my God, he broke him in half. He doesn't see it coming. Boom. 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 That, I mean, dude, the chair is bending. It's bending. And this guy's like, no, man. Let me come out and pepper spray him a little more. Look, dude, this guy had the wherewithal to fix whatever the man knocked over on his shelf. I'll fix that real quick and get back to mutilating this man. I'm gonna grab the hammer from you. Gotcha. Now let's just go to town. This is fuck you. I don't know how to feel about this part. Yeah. Thank you. Do not come again. I don't know how to feel about that part. I think the guy got him good enough. But you know, whatever. You know, you shouldn't You shouldn't have robbed a MOFer, right? Don't do that. Don't do that. Speaking of don't do that, and then we'll get out of here. This was going around. This I also saw on one of my many channels I get the videos from. And I haven't seen this in a while, to be honest with you. This is not funny. It's a little dark, but this is one of those things where you got to go with your gut. When your gut says, don't do that, you need to go with your gut and don't do that. I'm not sure if all you lovely people out there are familiar with Joe Burrus. He was a magician back in the early 80s, 90s, who wanted to be the next Harry Houdini. And one of the biggest things Harry Houdini never did was being buried alive. He tried, and only by the grace of his assistants who pulled him out did he not die. For whatever reason, I guess it's one of those tricks where you just, it's not even a trick. It's just like you got to do, it's like a procedure, so to speak. Because obviously there's a way for you to get out, but even then, even on the surface, no pun intended here. Wait, do you kind of this guy wanted to take it further. Joe Burrus wanted to go further.
And then buried alive under 7 tons of dirt and cement.
Play some of this. I don't even know if there's any audio here.
Terribly wrong.
So he decides to gather the whole town together, and I'm going to get buried alive. Mind you, maybe a month or two prior, he attempts to be buried alive. He tries it. He has a practice run. He's being buried in a big plexiglass coffin. He's being buried 6 feet down. During this practice run, he gets 3 feet of dirt put on top of him, and he makes it out. So he's like, cool, I'm ready. He gets 3 feet of dirt on top of him and says, cool, I'm ready. When, in fact, he needs 6 feet of dirt. Well, he's going to take it one step further. And after the 3 feet of dirt, he wants 4 feet of concrete on top of that, or another 3 feet of concrete on top. So he wants.
Houdini had been buried alive once and panicked.
I feel like there should be audio here, so I don't know what's going on, but whatever.
To dig him out.
Through the chains, through the shackles, through the handcuffs. I burrowed my way through 3.5 feet.
I don't know. It's really not that important. But so this night, the night of this, he gathers all the town there. He gathers all of his friends there, his family. And like I said, he's like, I want 3 feet of dirt and I want the next half concrete. So as he's being lowered down the first time, the announcer says to him, hey, by the way, you know, concrete dries from the bottom up. So if you get through the dirt, you might hit hard concrete above that. He's like, no problem. An omen, if you say. So he gets laid in the plexiglass coffin for the first time.
He was one of the great.
Yeah, for some reason the audio's missing. I don't know why. But this is when the announcer said to him, hey, you know, you got to be careful because the concrete dries from the bottom up. Well, he's like, yeah, no, I'm fine. So he starts to get buried down the first time, but he has to bail because he's like, hey, the chains around my neck are too tight. I can't. So literally, this night, he was already pulled up once. Like, no, like something's wrong. He had that, you go with your gut. You had that gut feeling. Something isn't right here. And he knew, at least for the neck, something wasn't right. I need to get pulled back up. So he did. He got pulled back up. They readjust. They readjust. And they begin again. And now this is when the big balls come in. They fill everything up with dirt. And then they fill the rest with concrete.
So heavy. I mean.
And mind you, all of his family is there.
I just couldn't
So
see.
right now, this is pretty much at the top of the grave, okay? Now they're about to start flattening everything out, make it look
Possible,
good.
and the idea was to be out of the coffin.
Here's when
know,
some
pretty
shit
much
happens. Pay
while they
attention
were
to the
pouring
concrete
cement
here.
So that he could
Pay
burrow
attention to the
up
concrete.
through.
After she's done.
When it sank,
Right. Right here. Watch
it
the
was a cold
concrete.
night anyway, but and when it sunk, I just knew.
Bro. Did you see that? One more time.
But
Watch the
when it
concrete.
sunk, I
It's
just
level ground.
knew.
Boom.
It's trouble.
The plexiglass broke. The fucking plexiglass broke. And what you saw right there was that plexiglass getting filled up with dirt. Exactly. Veritas says, seems like he just conned people to pay for his funeral, or at least come there. Hey, you know, he tricked people into coming to his funeral, son of a bitch.
We're in trouble.
But I mean, so it took about 30 seconds for all these people to realize, okay, wait a minute, something's, I mean, can you imagine that? Like, and people said while it was being filled up with dirt, they just heard, like they heard cracks, they heard creaks. People just had this feeling of this is not right. And he even had that thing happen to him the first time where the chain was too tight this night. He's like, no, we'll keep going. Like, if there's that's the best thing to say about listening to your gut. And dude, his parents were there, girlfriend, his kids, they were all just sitting there looking at old Joe. You know, his name is Joe Burrus. His name is now Joe Buried. Because that's what happened. Joe buried alive. It took them a half an hour to dig Mr. Burrus
Everybody just, you know,
out.
after about 30 seconds or so, just dove in
And
there.
obviously,
The
a half an hour by that time,
weeping.
the man had passed.
Been set up for Joe
Ironically, he's trying to be like his hero, Harry Houdini. He dies on the same day Harry Houdini had died, October 31st. These crazy sons of bitches both died on Halloween. So, I don't know. You think that's the hero's end right there? What do you think? You go out doing something you love? That seems kind of scary. You know, Dale Earnhardt going around that track and then, you know, accidentally losing control those last few seconds. That's doing something you love. This right here was, you knew you shouldn't have done it. Then you have something happen that's like an omen, like, oh, I definitely shouldn't do this, but you do it anyways. And your whole life caves in on you. Hey-yo, Stuck at Night. How y'all doing? Appreciate you for tuning in. You know, we're going to end on that well, you know what? Hang on. Let me see if I got one happy video. One happy one. I may not. Oh, no, actually, we do. We do. Hang in there. Here you go. Here you go. We got one. One funny. This right here is a delivery driver. And man, oh man, when I was a delivery driver, when I went into areas that had houses, but the houses didn't have freaking their address posted. Oh boy, that was so fucking annoying. Same thing with apartment complexes. But this man outwardly states his distaste with this house not having its numbers displayed.
Don't you just love it when they don't have no address on their crib? They can buy this expensive ass fucking Ring camera, but can't get no damn letters on their damn address.
They can buy an expensive ass Ring camera, but can't put no damn letters on their damn address.
Ain't that some shit?
Ain't that some shit?
Got an expensive ass car.
Got an expensive ass car.
Ain't no fucking letters on your fucking address.
Can't put any fucking letters on your fucking address. I love this video so much. I feel him. I feel this man's annoyance because he probably spent the better part of an hour trying to find this house. Now, mind you, I understand if you have the slightest grasp on how addresses work and north, south, and numbers go up, down, you might be able to figure it out a little bit more. But, you know, there are some like communities that don't have, you know, they're private. They don't have their GPS doesn't work in there. It really doesn't tell you exactly where to go. So I can imagine this man's frustration.
Got this expensive ass car. Can't get no fucking letters on your fucking address. That shit, wow.
Ricardo, okay. You've inspired me to play one more because this is in regards to Australia. This one is making the rounds. Did you see on Australian, I guess it's like a Today show. Where the fuck is it? Let's see. Oh man, here we go. Got it. They I don't know what this word is, but man, does it sound like vagina or another word for vagina. Check this out. And they just, I don't know. They have a time with it. Enjoy.
Showing plenty. See, this is like mine.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I want to ask because my cooch is dying. And it's and what and I
don't know if you heard what she said, but they're talking about grass. And she said, my cooch is dying. So I think there's something called like couch grass or cooch grass. But because she has an accent, it comes out as my cooch is dying.
Showing plenty. See, this is like mine.
Yeah.
And Daniel, I want to ask because my cooch is dying. And it's and what and I don't
he can't take it.
What are you doing to it if it's dying?
Well, the dog pees all over it.
Okay. Well, that's probably why. It's reasonable. Yeah, nitrogen burns. Try to keep the dog off it and, you'll probably see results.
I don't understand what's going on with my co-host. Did I pick the wrong lawn considering I have a dog?
No, Cooch is good, considering if it's going to be running on it, Cooch has got really good wear and tear.
Cooch has got good wear and tear.
So it can recover quickly. But no lawn can really withstand dog pee. That's just part of it, part of having a dog.
All right, so the dog's got to go. To save the cooch.
She says save the cooch. Now she's in on it. Now she knows. That is fantastic.
Thank you, guys. This is unreal. Check you out on YouTube because the videos are just terrific.
America would be so like, you can't say cooch. How dare you? How dare you say cooch on my show? All y'all, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Thank you so much for hanging out with Stuck at Night. It is always a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. 80 James, Veritas, Karscar, Ricardo, Burt Gummer, my man Burt Gummer. Let me get this mouse up there. I just want to make sure I get everybody. Ducks, the Polar and Message, Just Scotty, Lewis R. I think I said Karscar. Maybe you got it twice. Independent, of course. And Cobra Commander Cranston, what's up, buddy? Yeah, I had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I didn't want to leave you with nothing for the night, so I hope that was something. I hope you enjoyed. I'm not sure if we'll be on tomorrow. We will try. I'd like to have at least somebody else in here with me, but this was fun. At least for this show, I had a good time. You all are a great co-host. Thank you for co-hosting with me. You made it a lot more enjoyable. So don't forget, please like this episode. Share the episode if you feel like it. If you don't feel like it, no problem. At least give it a like. And tell your friends. Tell them to come and hang out with us every night, hopefully around 10 p.m. If not, whatever. Join us on our journey down to 1 sub. We're trying to go down, not up, because fuck up, Journey to 1 sub. Here we come. Thank you so much. And, enjoy the rest of your week if we don't see you. Bye.